Our next guest is the founder of Military Mutual. Please welcome back to the show real estate broker Derek Barksdale and his special guests, transferring all the way from Virginia, Lieutenant Junior Grade Daniel Espinoza and his wife Martina Espinoza.
Welcome to the show, guys.
All right.
What's
up?
Here, man? All right.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your service, all of you, by the way, because we know the wives also are a part of this thing. So thank you
hard.
so much. Yeah, right?
You're welcome.
It's a tough thing. You have a tough gig as well, so we appreciate you being here. Derek, tell us why you wanted to bring this couple on today.
Well, it just so happened that the chance of opportunity was there. We always have a long lineup of people who want to come on the show, be a part of Smarter San Diego, but they are here in the middle of a transfer and trying to do their house hunting. And just the timing was right. And I want to really express what a military relocation is. It's also by the acronym of most people military know, which is PCS, permanent change of station, which come with a lot of different stresses that most civilians don't even know about. And unfortunately, a lot of realtors don't know about as well. So I'd like to just add some visibility to those who may not know, so they have a good opportunity to step in the life of a military man during the transition.
Which is obviously a big deal. And you guys are looking for houses. I mean, you're here for how many days?
4.
4
total.
days.
4 total.
Yes.
And you're coming from Virginia?
Virginia.
From Virginia to San Diego. Not a bad place to come visit, right?
Oh,
No, it's awesome.
But 4 days is a tough amount of time, Derek, to get out there and get it done, especially in this kind of market.
Yeah.
What have you guys sort of learned about San Diego real estate so far through this process?
You actually had to jump on an opportunity quick. So we were interested in a couple houses that were sold the next morning.
Yeah, then we're gone.
So we had to jump on an opportunity because they sell quick.
Yeah. Is there any place in town that you guys are looking that you really like or where you'd like to land?
I love East Lake.
East
Chula
Lake.
Vista, East Lake area.
What do you like about East Lake?
I feel safe there. It's a really nice community with a lot of parks. And I just want to be able to walk my dog and just feel safe.
Yeah, that makes sense because he's probably out of town a lot,
Yes, he is.
right? So that's an important thing. That's probably a normal thing too, right there.
Yeah, well, as you talked about, they have a compressed time frame to look at homes. The average civilian is looking for a home. Usually goes about 10 weeks. They do some online searches 3-4 weeks prior to, and then they decide to look at some homes. And usually over a 10-week period, they're looking at 10 homes total. With them, they had to aggressively start that process right off the bat. We've already shown about 12 homes to them right now, and we have some more in the lineup for today. Plus, we already have that offer. But getting back to what the importances are, one, they want to make sure that something's affordable, something that can get some equity, and then also the distance to base so they can get back and forth to work in a reasonable time frame, because Lieutenant here is in a very high position where he needs to be able to respond back to the ship in any given moment. So with that being said, that's it. And then for Martina, really the safety is one of the huge things, as you mentioned. They have a Doberman Pinscher, that adds to that normal way of love, but also some protection as well. So lots of commonalities with every one of our clients that we have to come in.
Something to definitely consider, all those things. How did you guys find Military Mutual? I'm just curious.
I was actually on the ship, and an old friend I was stationed with happened to be in the area in Virginia, and he mentioned that he knew a real estate agent that worked for Military Mutual, and it was perfect. Like from the greeting to the end to actually purchasing the home was outstanding. So, and he's actually living up to that standard, to be honest with you.
I hope so.
So far, no.
Not letting me off.
He's got how many days left to get into a house?
2. We have 2. Yeah,
2
more
days left. Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely. I'll make it happen. I guarantee it.
That's
for
sure.
sure.
So PCS, a lot of people hear that and they think, oh, what is this about cell phones, or something like that? This is not what this is about. This is something that happens. I mean, you don't necessarily get to choose these things in a lot of cases. I don't know if you got to choose because you're a lieutenant. Maybe you got to say, hey, I'd like to go in this direction.
A little bit.
A little bit. But for a lot of guys, it's just, hey, here's your orders.
Good luck.
That's where you're going. We're going to give you a little love for, little leave time or whatever to go find housing and whatnot. But go ahead and go. And with a big market like San Diego, San Diego County is enormous.
Yes.
It is.
It is enormous. So to try to make a decision like that in such a short period of time, Derek, that's got to be one of the biggest challenges. I'm glad you guys found a neighborhood that you like and you picked a really good one. But for a lot of people, it's just got to be, paralysis by analysis. Like, oh my gosh, they're in
absolutely.
North County, South County.
Well, the reason why they found Eastlake is because of the fact that I set them up on a search for pretty much most of San Diego County that fit their price limitations and their criteria and so forth. So they actually had an opportunity to look around all of San Diego, and they found that it's a process of elimination, not a housing hunt. And they found that Eastlake was the right area for them because they tried some other areas that didn't fit that safety aspect. It didn't fit the travel time aspect that we were talking about. So paralysis by analysis is there, but we have methodologies to ensure that they understand. And that's what I talked to them about, is that it's a process of elimination, not a housing hunt itself.
Do you guys feel that, as you've been working with Derek for a couple days now, kind of a shotgun situation, right? But do you feel that working with someone who's been in the military as well is an advantage, to you in being able to do something like this? Like he speaks your language and understands what you're going through.
I feel that because he was in the military, it makes it so much easier for him to make decisions that I'm not too experienced in on the outside. And he was an outstanding officer in the Navy, so I guarantee he's an outstanding real estate agent. His experience in the Navy is definitely showing, and I can relate to it.
That's cool.
Through this process.
So you think you're benefiting from that?
That's
I think so.
That's awesome. And that's what, Military Mutual is all about.
Well, and as you know, everyone within our organization is military affiliated, whether they be a retiree like myself, active duty, which we have 12 active duty people as agents with us, or a spouse thereof like Martina, who I've been actively recruiting as she's been out here, by the way. So with that being said, it really is a matter of trust that we always have to establish. I mean, they're going to be making the largest purchase more than likely in their entire lives up to this point. And the only person you really trust in something like that is yourself. And, we're like them. We understand the challenges that they're facing. And at the same time, we want to do what's right. And as you know, Military Mutual is all about giving back. That's to those who choose to use our services, and those are for the team members as well. So it's our honor to be able to serve them.
That's awesome. And you guys have so many cool programs and stuff too. We don't have time to get into all of them, but you can check them out, militarymutual.org. What are you guys concerned at all about another PCS coming at some point down the road?
We actually talked about this.
Yeah.
If I get stationed, like he mentioned, it's one of the largest purchases I'll ever make in my life, and then I have to move, I have to find a renter, and I do not want to foreclose, and that I'll be put in a position where that could possibly happen. So yes, I'm definitely concerned about that.
So one of the big things we do is we talk about not only an entrance strategy coming in, but also an exit strategy. So we've already talked about the home that they're looking at. As a matter of fact, it rents for $2,400 per month, and that's the medium range. Their mortgage payment will be around $2,700. With that, although it's maybe a $300 gap, it allows for them to have someone else pay their mortgage. And with the average rental increase of about 2.5% within 3 years, by the time they rotate out, it'll be right at the point where their mortgage meets. And then we offer free property management for them for up to 3 years after they purchase their home. So quite frankly, this will be a positive equity situation or a positive cash flow for them when they move out.
And that's something you do for everybody, right, Military Mutual?
Absolutely. Any of our clients who come on board who are military affiliated and they get PCS somewhere else, we will take on their property management services for free for them.
Does that make you does that put you at ease? With
Yes.
I got goosebumps right now.
Yes.
It's so relieving to know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that anyone else has ever done anything like that or known enough about it or cared enough, whatever it is.
Yeah,
right?
I've never heard about it either.
I've never
So
heard of it.
it makes me feel much better.
Yeah. Well, that's just an understanding of the situation that you're in.
Yes.
And then getting into solution mode, right? That's probably a little bit of that Lieutenant Navy training, right?
Absolutely.
Right there. You got a problem? Let's find a solution.
Let's find
That's
a
right.
solution. Yep.
And that's what you do at Military Mutual, which is it's so great to have you on the show, Derek.
It's always an honor,
You're
Derek.
doing such amazing stuff. Thank you guys so much for coming today. I know you got to get out there and look at houses right
I
now.
know.
I feel bad. We're taking your time. You guys are like, hey, we got a few houses to get to see here. Somebody might have already bought it.
No kidding.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so
Thanks
much
for having
your
us.
Thank you
service.
for having us.
Mr. Barksdale, you as well.
Thank you.
Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else. Commercial free.